Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We're on number 12 of the Jelly Roll Mystery Fun. And I have to tell you right now, today, I am a little bit behind. I feel like I have run a marathon and I haven't hit the finish line yet. Oh my gosh. How's everyone doing today? Oh, somebody's on. Hello, Miss Janice. Welcome. Welcome. I'm looking for myself. Hang on, I'm getting there. Let me drag this over here maybe so I can. Oh. Sorry about that. I am just trying to see what's there. Hold on just a second. All right, you guys, I'm online. Okay. Oh, we got 2 now. We're up to 2. Yay. Okay. Y'all are gonna have to, I'm gonna have to ask forgiveness. I'll probably do this a couple of times as people get on here. But when it came time to do my block last night, I had a block in mind. And I had every intention of finishing it last night, and I did not get to it. So as you can tell, the block that's on the wall is not the block we are going to be doing today, because we've already done that one. So just I'm going to have to beg forgiveness today because I am behind. But I did put up a the block last night, the cutting instructions, and guess what? Typical, I got it wrong. You actually need 4 more blocks, 4 more of the accent color of the 2.5 by 4.5. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking 4 divides into 12, and that, 3 4s make 12, and 12 will divide into 4. And anyways, my brain was not functioning well last night, so I was off because it should have been 16 total. And again, I'll probably mention that again. And I am so sorry about that. Anyways, right now I am trying to finish up at least one of the blocks. We're actually going to do 4 of these. 4 of these blocks. So let me just, while we're waiting for some people to come on, let me see if I can finish these up right quick. They're going to be really super cute, and I got a really cute idea on how I want to do these. So bear with me, I promise. These actually do not take long. But I was trying to finish up an order this morning, plus I'm trying to finish putting kits together. And for those of you who are watching, I do not actually have, I do have the kits done. I'm just waiting for the other designer to okay a background fabric, or a border fabric that we hadn't quite agreed on yet. Thought we had it figured out, we didn't. So I'm just waiting for her. She's going to come over after my live to go over the fabrics with me, and that's all we have left, is just to do the border fabric. Then I can get them in the mail and get them delivered. So I picked out a really cute one, and I just want to make sure she's okay with it, because it is her pattern, so I want to make sure she's okay with it. Hello, Miss Jeannie. Welcome. Quilter's math can be so confusing. You're not kidding, man. Sometimes I'm sitting there thinking to myself, okay, 4, 12 will go into, let's see, 4 will go into 12. 4 will go into 12, so it must be 4 and 12 is right. So, but you know what? It is what it is. My brain just won't work sometimes. Hey, Miss Brenda, welcome. Let me get this little section here put together. And that way I can at least show you what the blocks look like. Normally I'm really good at visuals, but for whatever reason, my visual on this was really off. Okay, trying to make, this table's up so high right now that I feel like I'm running into everything. As my little bar comes across, I probably need to lower it just a little bit. No, that's not the right button. Don't push that button. Y'all, it has been a crazy month, and I'm just now where I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. but I still feel like I'm still so far behind the 8 ball right now. Ugh, I don't even have it in the right place. I think I'm giving myself heart palpitations. Anyways, just give one more minute here, and I will have a block that you can at least see. And this block is, I want to say, somewhat similar to one we've already done, but I really like this one. I did this one in another quilt years ago. Hey, Miss Sheila, welcome. So I did this block years ago, and but I still love it. And I have an idea, kind of like with that with the one we did yesterday, the strips we did yesterday. I got an idea. My brain's rolling it around. I got my, yay! Good job. Did you like your clapper, Miss Brenda? Have you got a chance to play with it a little bit? Pins, pins, pins. Yeah, I'm hoping to be out the door and to everyone's house that has a delivery tonight, because she's supposed to be over here by 4:30, so we'll be able to, ouch, got me again, doggone it, I swear, I pin myself more than I pin the fabric. As soon as she gets over here and approves that fabric, I just got one more border I have to cut, and then I will be out the door to your house. Miss Kathy, if you're on, make sure, well, I probably have it already, but if you would please go ahead and send me your address, just private message me your address, just in case I don't have it, because I don't remember having it, but I really need to make sure I have it so I can get your packages to you. Okay? All right, last one, I promise, and I'm done. And then I can show you what it's going to look like, and then we can get started. So how's everybody doing? Are you guys feeling as frazzled as I am? Holy moly. I tried really hard not to stay up last night. I did. I told myself, okay, midnight. I'm going to stop at midnight. Well, midnight came and went without me even realizing it. Then I said, okay, well, I'm not going to stay up past 1 because I you know, no matter what I'm doing, I need to stop and get to bed. And 1 came and went. And then I was like, all right, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock came, and I was like, okay, I got to stop. I gotta stop. I think it was still 4 o'clock before I finally went to bed. So I'm sucking air. And my doggy wouldn't let me sleep. It was 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so we are gonna make 4 of these stars. Okay, 4 of these. I actually have this color star that I'm gonna do, and this one and this one. So I still have these to go. I pretty much have everything done. I'm just putting it together. So this is what we're going to be working on today. We're going to be doing 4 of these. The very first thing we're going to do is we're going to sew together those 2 pieces that are 2.5 by 4.5. All right. And whoever did not hear me, again, I'm going to apologize. I screwed up the cutting instructions. I went ahead and posted it on Facebook and Instagram, but the accent colors said 12. You're actually supposed to have 16. So I had to go back and cut some more. Again, I don't know where my division went, but I did not divide well. And because I didn't put the block together, I didn't see my problem, which I knew as soon as I didn't do the block last night that something was going to go wrong, which is why I always put the block together first before I ever post anything on the internet. And I didn't do that last night. I thought, okay, I got my instructions right here. This shouldn't be that hard. I only had to make minor modifications, and bam, my world blew up. As soon as I realized what I did, I was like, yep, that's why I try not to do that. Try to do my block first. That's why I have 2 going, and then we do the one together. Will I be able to save the videos for later reference of the class? Yeah, I think you can save them as long as I don't delete them. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to see if there's some way to move these over to, hey.
Did he come inside?
He did not.
Huh?
He did not. I don't think he did.
I just walked around the house again and didn't see him anywhere.
I don't see him.
Okay. I heard is there a bathroom?
There is a back bathroom.
I think that's where he went.
Okay.
I thought I heard a door close.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know where he's at right now.
Is he? Is he? Okay.
Sorry, we got somebody looking at the roof. He's helping us out with that.
That's all right. Oh, I'm sorry, you're on the.
I'm online. Yeah. We got a roofer coming. He's
I'm gonna say goodbye real quick and then.
Yep. Go ahead. Come on in. Go ahead. Go. You're good. Okay. So here we go. That's my block, and we're gonna have 4 of those. Okay. Where was I? Okay. Videos. So what the plan is, I'm going to try and see about uploading a YouTube channel for SRQ Quilter, where all the videos that I do here, I'm going to try to load them over to there. If not, then I'll try to kind of compartmentalize them into the groups.
I'm sure it was you.
Into the group areas so that.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to try and compartmentalize them. If I can't do it that way, then I'll try to compartmentalize them on my Facebook and try to keep them on Facebook. I don't know if Facebook has like a time where after a certain period of time they delete them. I don't know. But we'll find out, won't we? Okay. Ugh. I don't know what that was. Okay. So, okay, deep breath. Okay, so last night, just as a little side note here, last night as I was finishing up cutting out all the kits, because I kind of waited because we really weren't getting a whole lot of response. So I waited and to find out how many I needed. I had a few started, but last night, man, I was pumping them out, and I was doing some of the cutting with my AccuQuilt cutter because it cuts several at one time, and so I was cranking this way, and then I'd crank this way, and then I'd crank this way, and then I'd crank. Okay, I should have like some serious 6-pack abs here because I cough and I feel it. I feel like I've been run over by a train, by a steamroller, or at least a barbell. Anyways, all right. So let me get my stuff here. And I think I might still have to cut out 4 more accent colors for mine. But in the meantime, we can go ahead and get started. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to separate all of our colors. You should have 4 different colors. You should have 8 2.5 by 2.5 and 2 2.5 by 4.5. Okay, and you should have that in 4 different colors. Excuse me, I had spaghetti for lunch. Oh, it's talking back to me. Okay, got that one, and I got that one. Then you should have 4 sets of 4 of your accent colors, 2.5 by 4.5. Hey, Miss Kathy, welcome. And then you should have 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 16 of these as well. So I actually need, oh, I got some more over here. Oh, I got more over here. I don't know. Oh, these go over to my other one. Okay, well, that's okay. I'm going to borrow these. Put these over here because they go with the other one. Okay. Oh, man, today I just feel like my brain is like squishy. I feel like there's something that will eat away at my brain. Okay. Enough of the sound effects, right? All right. I got a little circle too. Just got it in the mail the other day. I love little stuff like that. Okay. Now back to what we were talking about. Sorry. You guys get to see all the residual brain farts today. All right. So take your long accent fabrics. Take your long jelly roll fabrics and stitch down one side. We're going to put them all together and make one 4.5 by 4.5. Okay. Come on over. I'm going to lower this just a little bit because I keep bumping into things. That should be a little bit better. Okay. Right sides together. Oh, where'd you guys go? Come back here. Come back here. Okay. So right sides together. Glasses so I can see what right sides are what right sides. and stitch down the long edge. Now, one thing I noticed with the other fabric I was putting together, the fabric for the baby quilt, I keep telling you that that fabric is not cut in a true 2.5 by 2.5, and every time I work with it, I am reminded that it is not a true 2.5 by 2.5, and I should have gone through and cut every single one of those jelly rolls. So when you get your jelly roll, just recheck it for the size. Just make sure it's at least 2.5. I mean, if it's under, it's under. There's not a whole lot you can do about that. But if it's too big, you're gonna make yourself crazy trying to figure out why the block is off. So make sure your fabric is right on. And like I said, I haven't done it, so I should follow my own advice. But in the meantime, just kind of keep that in the back of your head, because sometimes their cuts are off. And I don't know how, because I assume that the cuts are pretty much set. But it happens, obviously, because those are off by about 1/16 of an inch. And when you're stitching together, that makes a huge difference, especially if you have a lot of blocks. Or like when I'm cutting my accent fabric and I'm trying to put my accent fabric together with these other blocks that are off a little bit, just throws the whole thing completely out of whack. Oh, I'm actually, like I was saying a few minutes ago, I'm actually seeing the light at the end of the tunnel on some of this. I'm down to about 2 more orders on masks that are completely done. I even did a few extras and sent those off for my friend Donna, who has the Sun and Moon auctions, and she asked me for a few extras. She said has people who have looked at mine and have really liked them and have asked for some. So she's thinking she can get some sold for me as well. Okay, thank you, sweetie. Don't forget, post office first.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and snip these apart. And then you're going to iron them open. Just make sure that they're open all the way. And it should be, when you're done, you should have 4.5 by 4.5. Let's see how bad I did. Yay! 4.5 by 4.5. All right. Okay. Finally, something worked out for a change. All right. Go ahead and iron that. Now, real quick, I'm going to step away from here. Miss Kathy, I mentioned earlier, I want to drop off your stuff to you tonight. I'm going to do all my rounds tonight and drop everybody's kits off and everything tonight. So if you could private message me your address, just in case I don't have it. I may already have it, but just in case, go ahead and send it to me. I really want to make all of these blocks. How would you recommend quilting the quilt? If you have experience in quilting, and I'm talking about, you've done it a few times, you kind of got a handle on it. I'm not saying you have to be perfect at it, because I don't know anybody that's perfect at quilting, because I certainly am not perfect at it. Hey, Miss Judy. But if you have some experience in quilting on your machine, I would make a choice for each block. Decide when you get to that block, start in the center of your quilt, and then work your way out. That way you're not shifting, things don't shift as much to one side if you're starting in the center. So make sure you baste it real good, whether you use the spray or pins or thread or whatever, however you baste it good, and then start in the center of the quilt. And then decide for each block what you want to do. Make it different. Make each block something interesting and something different. I mean, each block has its own character, so quilting it may be the same way. Otherwise, if you just want to get it done, stitch in the ditch. Stitch in the ditch, or stitch, just a 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch away from the ditch. That looks really good, especially if you do it in the accent color. But I would probably say do it all over. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. I need 4 more of those whites. And I think I have some fabric right over here that I can steal from. Like I said, I feel so behind today. Lord have mercy. Where Where's the time gone? I don't know about y'all, but I feel like, you know, this month for the, shoot, I can't even think straight now. The whole month for the quarantine has actually gone very, very quickly. I feel like it's flying by, and it needs to slow down because I am definitely feeling the strain. All right, hang on, almost done. Definitely feeling the strain.
Call from name unavailable. Call from name unavailable.
Oh, look, I think we won another $5 million with a card that they're going to be delivering. It's just down the road. All you have to do is pay the taxes on it. I thought custom quilting was going to be the answer. Well, I mean, if you're doing it on your sewing machine, unless you're talking about me saying, yeah, you want to send it to me, let me custom quilt it for you. Yeah, that's available to you. But if you're wanting to do it yourself, and I recommend you need some practice anyways. Everybody needs practice. Lord knows I do. Of course, I had so much fun quilting my quilt the other night, just because I took time to go back, and when I really didn't want to go back and add some more parts to it. And I don't regret it. I was tired and I wanted to go to bed, but I powered through it, and I did some. There was probably more I would have liked to have done, but I was so tired of looking through those designs trying to find something that I think I only wound up doing 5 different designs, 5 extra designs in red. And then one of them got lost because one of my geckos was red thread and he wound up on a red block, so he kind of got lost. Maybe we'll make that one of those, can you spot the red lizard? Kind of like, I started, every time one of my computer games, my tablet games gets too hard to deal with, I find something else. And that's what I'm on right now, is a find the hidden object. I love hidden object ones, but man, they are so good. And they don't keep hiding them in the same spot either, darn it. And then sometimes they switch up what it looks like. Like sometimes they'll say corn and it's an ear of corn, and sometimes you look and it's not an ear of corn, it's a popcorn container with popcorn in it, and they call that corn. So you just never know what how they're gonna hide it. Okay, y'all. Now I feel like I can relax a little bit. So we were gonna do 2 blocks today. But after I got this one drawn out, I realized that this one is actually going to take us a little bit of time. So we're going to do session number 13 will be the final block if you're going to stop at 12 blocks. 13 will be the last if you're going to stop at 12 blocks. If you're going to go on with me, fair warning, you may need another jelly roll, because I had to break into my second jelly roll. And I think my first one didn't have all the colors in it. But I did notice that it's getting mighty thin. Okay. If you look over here on my wonderful Brother machine, of course I'm not selling for Brother, but I love my Brother. Let's see if I can get it down here. I have my tape on and I have my line down, and I think actually I might have this off just a little bit, because when I was stitching them down, they were a little bit off. So I might have to recenter that and see what I can do. But anyways, however you do, yep, I have thread on me already. However you do it, that's what we're going to be doing next. Next, we're going to be adding on the corners. So you're going to start with your first corner, and you're going to do all 4 in a row. And we are going to be doing our extreme chain piecing. Okay, there's one, and I did go through and turn all my fabrics, my hard to see fabrics, right side up. So you're only going to do 4 of these, 4 of each color, because then you're going to turn this and you're going to put it on the other side. Okay. How are we doing, Janice? I don't know where it came from or how long I've had it. Oh, your jelly roll. Yeah. Yeah, I run into that problem too. If I didn't have that second jelly roll in my thing, I don't know what the heck I'd do. So if you have to stop at 12, tomorrow's block will be the last one. And then maybe for those last 8, you can just do something else and put it around it or something. I don't know. Or just start another little itty bitty wall hanging. Okay, I said I turned these all right side up, but did I? I don't think I did. Nope. Okay, I know what it is though. It's up, down, up, down. Because I had the wrong sides together when I cut it. So up, down, up, down. Right, yep, okay, perfect. Okay, so there's 4. Now let's do a new color.
Wait, where's Papa?
I don't know where Papa is.
Can I go outside?
You can go out the back on the patio.
What?
You can go out back on the patio.
This?
Well, yes, but you're still in your pajamas, so you really need to change your clothes, sweetheart.
But I want to go in this one.
You're not going out there. I'm sorry, baby.
Papa's in there.
I don't know where Papa is, and I'm not going to wait and find out that he's not out there. Sweetie, Grandma's on live, okay? All right, and so far it looks like everything is lining up really well, so at least my cuts are decent. Okay, so once we get these 4 on this color, we're going to go on to the next color. Okay, now don't forget, as we get closer to the end of this session, we're going to be doing the drawing. I'm going to do this a couple more times. We're going to be doing the drawing for the fabric for our wonderful strips and chips. So you still have the opportunity. You just have to make sure you get that email into me either before I do the drawing through private message or through srqquilter@gmail.com. srqquilter@gmail.com. Just thinking, do I have a piece of paper? Except that I don't know how to write backwards, which of course is the hard part about doing live, because I've got the camera pointing at me in a selfie style so I can see, you know, what I'm saying, what I'm doing, that kind of thing. See if I got something in my teeth. So if I try to write something down, it'll be backwards anyways. All right, I need to give myself a little space here. I'm running out of spots to lay down my blocks. Alrighty. And one more, and that should be 4. So Ashley has been doing her homework with her schooling with her, and so she gets on there and she does really good, but she's easily distracted. And you know, I have just been giggling like crazy at the stuff I've seen on Facebook. People are like, you know, yeah, those kids, somebody called in a bomb threat, that kind of thing. Just so funny, because you know, we're not prepared for this. You know, our children go, we usher them off to school. School takes care of them. You know, all we have to do is, you know, some air of, oh, not my kid. That ain't my kid. My kid would never do that. And be happy with that. And then suddenly we have them all day long and we're like, holy cow, where did this kid come from? Which, for me, that wasn't really an issue because I was their teacher for a little while, so I know what my kids are capable of. I've seen it firsthand. And then for just a fraction of a moment in time, I was actually the principal of the the Christian school. And it was just interim until they found somebody else. They needed somebody to run it. They just didn't know what they were getting themselves into when they said, yeah, go ahead, let's have Robin do it. And yeah, you wish. And of course my kids hated it because not only was their mom the teacher, but she was also the principal. Go figure. Those were some fun days. Those kids. Oh man, what fun those days were. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was hard. It was very hard. And those kids were always trying to pull something over on me. And kind of like now, all they had to do was get me talking about something, bring up a particular subject, and for the next 2 hours, all I did was stand there and talk, and, they'd ask a few more questions, and then I'd stand there and talk, and, like, before you know it, half the day's over, and they haven't done a lick of schoolwork. I don't know if what they garnered from my discussion was helpful to them later on in life, but they seem just to know what to do and say to get me off track. Rabbit trail. I was always on a rabbit trail with them. And they do just what to do and say to get it going. Alright, y'all. I swear, I need to quit today and go back to bed and start over again. Okay. Talk about rabbit trails. We are actually going to be going, do not stitch it down the side, okay? Because I swear to God, I should go back to bed. All right, so here's what we're doing today. Line it back up again. And it's so hot in here. I don't know why it's so freaking hot. Okay. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be stitching from here to here. Not down the side. We don't want to do it down the side. We are going to stitch down the side, but not for that one. And this one. Okay. So I swear that has got to be off. It has to be off in a big way. Let me change my tape up here. Hey, Roberta. You are such a friendly person. Oh, Roseanne, thank you so much. I am new from Canada. Can I ask you the measurements again, please, for the name of your block? Make sure you get some sleep tonight. Yes, I do need some sleep tonight because you can definitely tell. The measurement of the block, when you're finished with this block over here, this blue one, you should have 4 blocks this size that measure 6.5 by 6.5. Okay? Because when we're done, that block in total should be 12.5 by 12.5. But we're not going to put them together. Well, yes, you can put 2 of them together. And if I had 2, I'd show you. We are going to just put 2, top and bottom, okay? So when you get your 4 together, put 1 on top, 1 on the bottom, then sew a second set, 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom, okay? And again, I am so sorry. I am such a basket case today. I don't even know where my brain is. Let's see if I can get this straight. I am so sorry, ladies and gentlemen, whoever's watching. I'm just off the charts crazy today. Yeah, that doesn't look any better. All right, let's see if that helps. I still feel like it's on there crazy, crooked, crazy kind of crooked. Okay, so if your block matches here, you should be able to hit the point here to the point here. So here to here, here to here. I like to start in the middle because I find it doesn't pull the fabric into the throat plate. So I'll start here every time, start on the flat side, and then go down. And then I'm going to use Miss Janice's method of tape. And the thing is, you have to get the tape on there straight. And I don't think I did. Not for the first one. Okay. I'll fix those later. All right, so this is what it should look like when you have the first one on. So from one corner to one corner, all the way up, okay? So that when you flip it out, it should match up to that corner. and it should match up perfectly. Now, one of the ones I did earlier today, it was slightly off. So what I did, it wasn't even a full 1/4 of an inch off, but it was off. So what I did is I cut out this section right here. I cut out this piece so that when I flipped it back over, I still had the back one on to show me where my line should be, even though my top was off slightly. So that's one of my tips for how I avoid mis-stitching when I do these diagonal sews. Okay, I hope that helps. And I have somehow misplaced my little paper thingy. So I have the one from my guild. One of the ladies' sons made this for us. When we had our retreat, everybody got one because we do little surprises and presents for people when they go to our retreats. Okay, so, and that's what that looks like. So we're going to do all 16 for each of each color on there. So you should have 4 sets of 4. Yes, 4 sets of 4 with one corner, and then we're going to go back and do the other corner. Okay? How am I doing? All right. Thank you, Miss Roseanne. You know, years from now, they're going to be looking back on some of these videos and saying, yes, that's what someone looks like when they're going through when they were going through the COVID crisis. They started to have a meltdown of the brain. All right, and so just start picking them up, and we're going to chain piece all of these together. You know, that's also the big thing about the lives is if you make a mistake, you can't just say, cut, let's do that again, and then do it 2 or 3 times. No, this one you have to be prepared and right on target. Well, I mean, when I say prepared, I mean, you know, crazy enough to do this without being able to edit. Okay, picking up another one, just making sure it's still lined up good, getting it under the needle. And you know what, I think I'm going to change that foot. Because I think I might have better luck with my other foot. Where did I put it? Here it is. All right. And I'm so thirsty today, I don't know why. Okay. Fix that one up a little bit. So how's everybody doing? You getting those in there? And I'm so sorry for messing you up on that one. Golly, I messed all up on this. And unfortunately, I took you guys with me, didn't I? Hopefully you didn't miscut or sew those. I'll fix mine later. So, Miss Roberta, have you gotten a chance to start on some of these quilt blocks? I know you and I were talking about that earlier yesterday. And yes, tonight I'm definitely going to work on getting to bed earlier. And like I said, I've got I about have everything caught up. So I just know I'm going to make it to bed a lot earlier than I have been. And I will be so happy. I have about 5 quilt projects that I had to put on hold because of the whole mask thing and all the stuff I had to have prepared. I haven't even really done but 1 mask for my family. I got one for May though. It's really cute. And of course, Taylor, I made sure Taylor had lots of masks. I think she has 4 now from me. All right, this block is way off. Hang on. Let's see if I can hand trim it. I don't recommend this. Alright, let's see if I did a little better than that. I'm definitely going to put that seam in the top so that when it sews down, it won't be an issue. You won't even see it. Okay. And I guess that's it. Alright, so other than the ones I messed up, which is about half of them, I think I got them. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of one color and 4 of another color. And then I got 2 of this one. And then I should have 4 of this, 4 of another color. I'll rip that out later and start stitching them together. Okay, so let's come on over here. I got my other colors laid out. I'm going to go ahead and get those done. And like I said, you can buy these at any of the one of the quilt stores. You can get them online. And even if you have one of those like needle threaders, the kind where you drop the thing in and you push the little button and it supposedly threads a needle, which I bought one and can't get it to work. And I just ain't messing with it. But it also has one of these on the end. So it's kind of built into it. So if you have one, it's still good for that too. Okay. Do some quick ironing here. And the other thing is, you know, checking to see how I did. Yay! It matches right up. It looks so beautiful. Finally, something that went right. Okay. One of the things I like about chain piecing is you don't have to deal with all those thread ends. Like, you know, you got the long one on this end and then you have a long one on this one. You have to keep snipping. But when you do the chain piecing like that, especially when they're close together, you have a lot less thread to deal with. This one is a little bit off, but not bad. Not bad. Okay, and check this one. Shoo! Makes a difference when the fabric is the measurements on the fabric itself before you start is accurate. Like I said, the other one, I hate when that happens. The other one was still off. The bad thing is I've been talking about this the whole time, and yet still I haven't done anything about it. All right, that little piece wanted to get away from me. And here's something you're supposed to do that I don't do, but it's just because I learned it all the bad way. I learned it all the wrong way. Is you're just supposed to lay it on top. You're not supposed to wiggle it because it distorts the fabric. And I know that, and I learned it the wrong way a long time ago, so my brain is still not able to process the fact that I'm just still doing it wrong. Oh, and some people do set the seams, and that's really cool. I like that. It's very nice. It works out well. But again, half the time I don't remember that either. And fold it over. Most times because my fingers start to get burnt on the ends, and I hate getting burnt on the ends. You do a great job. Oh, thank you, Miss Brenda. See, this is what I get for wiggling it around. I messed it up. Well, not bad. Not worthy of stopping and fixing it. Okay. Okay, almost through, and then we can start on the other side. I don't know, what do you think they'll call that? COVID brain? COVID, what's the word for not being able to sleep? Insomnia, COVID insomnia. I don't know, I'm sure they'll come up with a really cool name for it. I don't know, they might even like reimburse on insurance kind of things because you have COVID brain. All right, let's get this out of the way. Now, next part. Next part is almost as simple. Okay, if you have all your pieces right, then now is a good time to go back through and trim off all those lovely little ears. Trim it off, use a rotary cutter, whatever you like. Again, because it's not a big deal, I don't worry about having exactly the 1/4 of an inch. But now, like I said, if you've got them right and you don't need that back piece to help for the measurement, for laying it out, then go ahead and trim it off. Now, if your block is slightly off and you're like, okay, now what do? This is where you're just going to go in and you're going to trim off that piece in the middle. Okay? Because you don't need that, but it's going to help you find where the corner of the fabric is. Does that make sense? So if you trim that off, now you can see where the fabric is supposed to be. So when you go to stitch it or lay it down, you know where it should be, where the line should be, okay? That piece was actually pretty decent, so I'm gonna go ahead and trim it off. Alrighty. Yeah, I keep looking at it thinking, man, what a difference it makes when the fabrics are the right size. So yesterday, for the first time in a long time, I had to wear my TENS unit on my lower back and a little further up my upper back because of I was trying to lift a roll of batting, which actually is not very heavy, but it's one of those awkward things. So I finally got help with it from my husband, but then I was like, you know, if I want to pay for this for the next, don't want to pay for this for the next week, I better go ahead and put my TENS unit on. I don't know if you guys have ever used a TENS unit. Oh my gosh, those things are so wonderful. If it's a muscle issue, if it's a spinal issue, like maybe you have compressed disc or something like that, you know, you should always see your doctor first. But I know back when I first moved back from South Carolina to here, I did something to my back. I don't even know what it was. Maybe it was all those times of moving. Good Lord, did I move a lot. But my back hurt so bad. I couldn't stand. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't lay down. It was awful. I was in so much pain. And my mom kept saying, hey, you got to try this TENS unit. It'll work out great. I'm like, no way am I shooting electrodes into my back. She finally talked me into it because I was in so much pain. I was like, you know what? I don't care. I don't care. Cut my head off. Put electrodes in. I don't care. But please, I need help. So she hooked me up. It took about a week. But within the first day or two, I started to feel relief from the pain in my back because of how, I don't know, whatever those electrodes do with making your muscles pulsate is just amazing. So anyways, so that long story to tell you that's what I did last night. I spent probably about an hour and a half with the TENS unit on my back so that I could get some immediate relief from the strain. It was pretty great. The minute I put it on, I had goosebumps because it felt so good. Okay, one more down. So what we're going to do is you're going to put it right side fabric down. And then you're going to put it right there, make it even. And even though it's going on top of the fabric, it's supposed to. You're going to create a 1/4 of an inch triangle right there, and that's going to be a point. So when you're putting this piece, let me grab my thing here. Oh, I did rush through mine, but anyways, when you're putting this piece on here to this piece, you're creating that point right there, and that's what you're watching out for. Now I did mine in a hurry. I just stitched it down, so some of my points are all over the place. Oops. Anyways, and again, this fabric is not dead on accurate. But let's see. Let's get this one on and then we'll take a look at it and see how good it is. See if I got it on. Okay. All right, real quick, I'm just going to iron this open. Yeah, see, now that one, when it did that to me the last time, it might be my, again, my tape on there. I think I'm going to redo that one. Anyways, okay, so maybe because of the direction I'm going. Okay. Let's see if I can hold this up here. Okay. So you should be from the top of here to the point should be 1/4 of an inch. And that's what you're aiming for. You want that to be 1/4 of an inch. And the only way to get that is if the fabric is overlapping. And that's why you're overlapping the fabric. Okay. But that being said, if you look at my block here, you see it didn't quite go where it was supposed to go. Matches up to the other side, but not this side. I am slightly off. All right. And what side am I doing it on? This side. So this way, let's move it that way. Left, right, shift, left. Okay, we're gonna try that. See if that helps. Okay, so I just shifted my needle a little bit, and let's see if that helps. I'm gonna try and slide down that one other side and see if it makes a difference. We'll check it here in just a second. Again, this particular batik is hard to tell which direction it is. Okay, come on, get on there. Okay. Ah, get in there. Just want to fold over. All right, let's see how that one did. Oh, that's better. Okay, that did it. So I shifted the needle, I shifted the needle slightly to the left and then tried to stay on the left side of the line, right side of the line, just slightly on the right side of the line. So by adjusting my needle a little bit, I believe I got a good corner. Okay, problem solved. Now I just have to remember to do it that way. All right, I got 2 more. 3 more, should have 3 more, yes. And then these 4, okay. Oh. You know, some days it just feels like you have to take a deep breath, you know, kind of like everything is coming at you at one time, and if you don't take a deep breath, it's gonna collapse on you. At least that's what it feels like sometimes. But you know what? It's all good. It's just a season. Things get better, things get worse, things get better, you know. So I'm kind of excited because let's see, what day are we on? We're on Tuesday. So by not tomorrow Wednesday, but the next Wednesday, we'll be having our first class in a long time. It has been a long time since my last class. So I'm all kinds of excited about that. And I'm excited that some of the ladies are going to join me. I think this will be the first time I've had a couple ladies from the guild come and join. I am so excited about that. Sorry, it kicked me out again. My tablet did. Not Facebook. I don't think Facebook did that. know some of the things have been a little sluggish with Facebook, but I think the issues I'm dealing with right now have to do with my tablet. Although I use my phone for the video part of it. So what's been your biggest challenge? Let's see, they are great. I wish I knew that a few weeks ago with the cutting. Thank you. Roseanne, you're going to have to remind me of what I was saying about the cutting, because my brain is already off in another area. But I'd love to talk about it with everybody on here. And they are great. Brenda. I apologize, you guys. When I try to stay on one subject, but I'm so all over the place sometimes that I can't keep track of what I said last time. I mean, not that I don't say anything I don't mean. I think I'm making it worse. Fumble brains. You know, when I was doing the work, that's not even the right word for it. When I was filming with Nicole, they whenever we would film, they would ask us a question, and you know, we would answer, and they're like, no. When you answer a question, you have to say, just reword it so that you're saying the question inside the answer. So they'd say, well, how do you feel about Nicole dating, you know, somebody from another country? Well, or, you know, this whole thing with Nicole dating another guy, you know, somebody from out of the country, it's real blah, blah, blah. It's this, that, or the other. And I kind of got used to that. And you know what? It does make it a little bit easier. So if you think about it, when you answer a question, word it with the question in the answer. I don't know. Does that make sense? I'll train you guys to be movie stars after all. That being said, please understand, I don't think I'm a movie star. I had my little stint on TV, and it was fun while it lasted. Not really, it wasn't that much fun, trust me. You don't want to do it. Don't ever be on a reality show. It sucks. And every time somebody makes a comment about, oh, you know, they made so much money on that, I just want to laugh. I want to laugh so hard. Because, you know, all that stuff you're not allowed to talk about, but I just let me say I want to laugh. Ha 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 ha. Keep dreaming. Anyways, okay. Let's come back over here. And my eye's watering again. I actually tried to wear a little bit of eyeliner. I thought maybe if I tried an eyeliner that was a liquid that would dry. Problem with the liquid that dries is it has to have time to dry. And unfortunately my eye, once I start to put any kind of makeup near it, starts to water almost right away. So therefore, my left eye does not allow me to hardly put anything on it. Okay, get that one out of the way. Let's go ahead and iron these down. Let's see. I was talking about oh, yeah. Yep. Yes, you're right, Brenda. My TENS unit is amazing. And I recommend it for, like I said, you know, make sure you're checking with a doctor, but oh my gosh, the thing saved my life. It did. Because I thought I was going to go insane. I was even going to a chiropractor, and he was not helping me. Of course, he was a new chiropractor. I'd never been to him before. Because I had just moved here, so my chiropractor was all the way in South Carolina. talk to my chiropractor. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Brenda, for saying that. I so appreciate you doing that for me. I have more rabbit trails going off in my brain. You know, they talk about the guys and the girls, like the guys are like boxes, you know, or their brain's like a series of boxes. You know, they take out the box, they open the box, they deal with what's inside the box, they close the box, they put the box away, they pull another box out. Love that whatever they call that likeness to it. But for women, they're like spaghetti. So you drop spaghetti on a plate, and all the noodles are touching, and so one noodle might be one thought, but then the noodle underneath it is another thought, and they are always touching. So women's brains are always going in many different directions, even if they don't want it to. They're always going in many different directions, and some days my noodles keep getting tangled up. So that's where my noodles are at today. My noodles are tangled up. All right. And you know what? I forgot to switch over to, let's see if I got it on here. I bet I didn't. Nope, that is definitely not it. I thought it was awfully quiet in here. Here, let me see if we can get us a little bit of music going in the background, even though it's 4:30 and I haven't made it halfway through this thing. Oh my gosh, you guys shoot me now. Okay. Yeah, today I'm definitely. So as soon as we get these two done, then we're gonna start putting just the two of them together. I'm not gonna worry about the other ones right now because they need to be fixed. I need to fix them. And I promise tonight, after I deliver all the packages to everybody, then I'm gonna come around. I'm gonna come home and work just on this, and that's all I'm gonna worry about tonight is just the next block. And I will tell you, it's going to be another 4-part block like this, because it should run right in line with this one. And then part 14, number 14, we're actually going to talk about putting it together. What do you think? Do you want to put it together, or do you want to do that on your own? Bella, did I say hello? By the way, hello Bella. Welcome back. Your friend is having her typical brain fart day. Today is a complete brain fart day. I know that's not a very pretty thing for me to say, but you know what? I'm real. Not very ladylike. All right, y'all. Go ahead and trim those little pieces off, and let's start putting this thing together. And most of my corners turned out just fine once I made that adjustment. And my tissue. So how's everybody doing? I mean, is everybody doing okay? Anybody feeling ill or getting over being ill? I know I've tried to be very protective when I go out, not just for me, but for everybody else as well. You know, making sure I try not to touch too many things and behave myself. Hand sanitizer carry around with me. Wear my mask. I haven't been wearing gloves though, but that's been awful. People throwing gloves on the ground. What's up with that? I mean, you're not allowed to litter anyway, so why throw it on the floor? That just makes no sense to me. No sense whatsoever. All right. Oh, that one too. I guess I need to trim that one too. All right, let's go ahead and put this one together. Now, the very next thing we're going to do is you're going to take 4 of your accent colors, and they're going to go with this one. No, 4 4 accent colors for each one. Okay, so let's put those with those, and this one we are just going to zip right down the side, and we're going to put 1 on each side of 2 okay? And you're going to set the other two off to the side. So pick up two, all 4 accent colors, and come on over here and let's just zip right through these. And we're going to do some power piecing as well. Oh, good, Brenda. I'm glad things are good at your place. I mean, other than a few sniffles here and there with May and my daughter, and I think everybody's good here. And Joe, my husband, that man, he can eat anything and never get sick. Eat anything, go anywhere. Kind of reminds me of my first husband. Man was hardly ever sick, but I'm telling you what, when he did get sick, he was out for days. Days. Okay. Go ahead and again, we're going to be power piecing here. We're going to power right through it. So put it face down on one side. Line it up nice and good. Make sure you got it on there even. And then just go right on. Have at it. All the way down to the end. And we're going to go ahead and do all 8. All 4. All 4. Oh. You know, and it's not like I have a production company I can blame, you know, for some of my mess ups. It's just me. It would be nice to blame somebody else. Can I call myself by 2 names, like I'm Robin or Robbery, or how about if I have a Joey? All right, so if something goes wrong, I'm just gonna blame Joey. Joey did it. What do you think? You think that'll work? Can I yell at Joey too? Hey Joey, you messed it up again. All right. So once you get done with that, take it off, and we're just going to turn it around and go down the other side. The only thing you want to make sure is you have right sides. And this fabric is so hard to see, especially in this light. I don't know why. Do it in a regular light and you can see it just fine, but these LED lights are difficult. And see, I do okay unless I'm in a craft store. Yeah, same here. Oh my gosh, I know. You know, you walk into a craft store and what's the first thing you do? You touch the fabric, because that's what we're all about. It's the feel of the fabric under your fingers, you know, and you just have to touch it and play with it and hold it. So yeah, I get that. Holy cow. Man. Well, you know, part of the problem might be my glasses, because they actually have a little bit of a yellow tint in them for computer use. So that could be part of my problem here. It takes away the sheen. Which I tried when I set these out. I tried to set them face up, but when I look at them, I'm trying to double check, and it's like, oh, is it? Isn't it? Is it? Isn't it? All right. Oh, look, I got a little bit of a tail here. Let's get this tail off of here. Okay, last one. Okay, let's go over here and cut these apart. My nose is starting to itch. Okay. Something dang donged. Dong dinged. Dang dong. Donged. Okay. So we're going to iron these open, And because there are no seams on this side, I'm going to iron it to this side. There's a lot of extra bulk on the other side, so we're just going to go ahead and iron it on this side. Come on in. All right, hang on, y'all. I think this is Miss Jerry. Hold on. Hey, I am still on some more seconds. Yeah. Okay. It's going to take me about 5 or 10 more minutes. I've been explaining to everyone that I have brain fart day. Today is my brain fart day. And I cut it wrong. I sewed it together wrong. So Miss Jerry is here with me. She has joined me for a few minutes. We're going to finish up those kits so I can get those delivered to you as soon as I get them finished. Cutted. And then, let's see. All right, so once we get these opened, I'm trying not to wiggle too much. My bad habit. Then we have the final phase. Now, if everything has gone on target, which for me so far today has not worked out, but if it's on target, then the rest of this should go together really, really quickly. Find your two 4.5-inch squares where we're working at. And if you wanted to change them up by using a different color in the center, hey, I'm all for it, Individuality, love it. Okay, so here's what you want to watch for. You want to take the two that do not have any stitching on the edges, on the ends, and you're going to put these on first. And you're going to put them on like this because they need to go together like this. My first inclination is to put them like this, but that would just add to what I've already put myself through today. So, point up towards the fabric, towards the top of the fabric. Okay, and these should line right up. She'll talk your ear off over there. And I think she has a Band-Aid stuck to her butt. May, get Ashley to take the Band-Aid off your hiney. What? Okay, so let's go ahead and go on over here. And we are gonna stitch these on real quick. And again, we're gonna use our power piecing, strip piecing, chain piecing mode here. And then I'm going to grab the other one. I'm going to do the other one on top of that. And again, we're going to put them down where the point is at the top of the fabric. Right, just like this.
I think there's an eye in the
Okay, let's take a look real quick. Oh, yes. Okay, all right. So here's that aha moment when you open them up and you look and your points are right on. Look at that. Finally today something goes right. Okay, let's go ahead and put that other side on real quick. Got a strap there. And just kind of recheck yourself. That kind of like that measure twice thing, because you definitely don't want to have to be ripping out, which is what I have to do tonight. I have to rip out an awful lot of fabric to straighten it out after all my goof ups. May, no. It's a Band-Aid, honey. You don't put old Band-Aids on people. Even though it probably went to nothing, but that's not fair. I know too, so go put it away. Go throw it in the trash can. They're kind of used to this. Okay, let's get that one last piece on. Where'd it go? Here it is. Okay. And then you're going to put those two long pieces on. So let's, I swear I don't think my air conditioner's working. Miss Jerry, if you want to wander around the house for a few minutes, it's okay with me.
We're fine.
Okay. Okay. Let's iron these two pieces out. Looks good. Oh, man, finally. A little success. I needed that today. Build my confidence back up a little bit.
Wait, how old?
Okay, so once again, we're going to iron it this direction. Get this off of here.
I'm 6.
Okay, and then we're going to iron this one this way. Guys, we are almost done. Okay. So here I thought I was going to be able to get 2 blocks in today, and ha ha ha, we know how that goes. Okay, let's go ahead and snip off these 2 pieces right here. I have done so much sewing lately that my little thread thing over here is on completely full. I don't think I've ever had it completely full. Okay, so we're going to take, and once again, we're going to make sure that the base color is going to match up. Can you see it? To right here. Okay, so we're going to flip it over. Now here's where I'm going to pin it. You know me, I don't like pins, but I pin when I have to, and right now I have to. So we're going to pin this right here. She'll talk your ear off.
It's okay. There's nothing better than little girl.
Oh, I know. She's a sweetie. Okay, so what I would do is I would go ahead and pin both sides, so that when I'm done doing one side, I can just flip it over and do the other side. But I'm making sure I'm matching up these seams. All right, so that one's ready to go, and then we're going to do these last 2, and we are almost finished, ladies. Thank you so much for hanging with me today and putting up with all my little flutters. I'm trying to think of a good word for that. All my little issues for today. And I'm going to recheck that seam one more time because it didn't want to quite match up. And take your time when it comes to the seams. You want to make sure you're getting them right. So just take your time and get them where you want them, okay? All right. Oh, one more side. And again, I'm going to match it like this. And then get this piece of thread out of the way. I get that like that. Okay, we're ready to do the last part. Come on over here with me. There we go. Hey, sweetie, you made it back.
I did.
This is
Found
Miss
my
Jerry.
money. I found my money.
You did?
Yes, you did. I had to park in my old parking place. Don't take the wrong car when you go out there. You parked in the shade. That's where I usually park in the afternoon. But other than that, I park in the place that I'm in.
I know, right? We have a lot of cars. Thank you, sweetheart.
Say y'all are running a used car lot out there.
Ain't that the truth?
Hey, hey, hey!
Hey, I'm still live over here, people. A
Yeah.
little chit chat's fine, but you're gonna make my people crazy. Okay, getting down one side, and just kind of keep rechecking that those seams to make sure they're still matching up. And because we were very, very careful about making the cuts, your seam should fall right in line. Okay, one more side. Let's see, Brenda. How did I get off that?
You believe it, I will.
Okay. I had to check my comments. Every once in a while. There we go. Alright, just rechecking my seam here, making sure everything's lining up, looking good. Okay. Now, normally you would pull the pins before you ever make it that far, but I'm probably feeling a little bit of pressure to try and get this in for you. Oh, looking good, looking good. Oh, that one's a little bit off, but not bad, not bad. Okay, let's iron these open. Snip these. Oh, where'd you go? Come back. Okay, there you are. Whew. All right, guys. Now, I actually want to try and put these together with the lighter colors, because these are my two dark colors, but I did pick out two light colors. I'll pin them. See, now I done went and did it again. I'm going to get a different iron. I feel like it's the iron. I pulled my other iron out the other day and used it in the other ironing room, and it was so smooth. So maybe the problem is not me. Maybe it's my iron. Yeah, there. That sounds good. We'll say it's the iron. It's all in the iron. Okay, so there's one. Let's do this other one. I'm gonna pin it together just to kind of give you an idea of what you're going to be doing. And you can pin it however you want to. I mean, stitch it however you want to. If you want to do the light colors together and the dark colors together, or all your dark colors, or all your light and dark, that's completely up to you. Okay. So here's one of the blocks. It is 6.5 by 6.5. When it's completed, and if you were to put all four together, the block would finish at 12.5 by 12.5. But what I would like for you to do is to actually do it at just 2 and 2. And I have a reason for that. Kind of goes along with the block we did yesterday. Ain't that the truth? All right. So basically, this is what it's going to look like once you get it stitched together. But I don't want to stitch them together right now. So you're going to put 2 together like this, and then you're going to do the other 2. So you'll have 4 pieces, 1 set here and 1 set here. And then we will deal with all of that. Oh God, y'all. Yep. I think we're going to have to trash this one. Okay. We'll talk about it more later. I'll figure out where I did wrong. We'll be all right. Don't you worry. You guys have been great. Yes, I just realized it's actually 8.5, not 6.5. I'm a dork. You guys have a wonderful day. I think I am going to go back to sleep and start over again, and maybe we'll just redo number 12 all together because that was definitely not the right block. Okay, you guys are great. I love you. Please forgive me. Mwah.